guys, we got some time waiting on some parts to come in for that Maverick. You know, like I said, I'm gonna do some upgrading. But what we gonna do in the meantime, we're gonna talk about this guy here. It's Amazon acquisition. It's the HBX 2997A 112 scale stadium truck. You know, this is brushless 4-wheel drive. And this thing is nice, man. I've seen many people review this truck. I've seen a couple of guys, they just really deep in on the truck. Definitely appreciate it. Anyway, before I get too far into that, I'm gonna talk about my own situation. I did get into this thing. You know me, I can't just get an RC and not do nothing to it. I haven't driven this yet, but I figured I'd get some tuning done. You know, I feel like all RC cars, if they bashes, they should have a wheelie bar, because you're gonna be trying to do wheelies. So I grabbed the wheelie bar from another HBX model. I think it's the 902A, something like that. If I'm wrong, you know, you can correct me. But it's the monster truck version of this. And I did go in. It's real simple to work on this. This is unplugged for this. This is real simple to work on. I did add some things. I did move my ESC. The ESC is normally here. I moved it over here so I could put this bigger battery. This battery seems like it should have just fit, but it didn't. So I moved my ESC. This is a 3S battery. This is that Jeans Ace Bashing 3S battery. I think I showed this to you guys before. This is what I'm running on. I'm not gonna worry about the two. They give you two of them, two 2S 1800 milliamp lipos. I'm gonna run these Jeans Ace Bashing. It's 2200, and I did buy another one. It's a little bit longer, still 2200. You say, why you get another 2200? I just did, but it's 12 bucks. It was a great sale, bro. I couldn't pass it up. So anyway, I did extend the battery bay. I did go in. This is real easy to take apart. You just unscrew all the top screws all the way through, everything will drop down. All of this center stuff will come out. You take out all the top screws, and it would expose all the diffs for you. You know, this has front, rear, front and rear diffs, and it has a center diff, so you can tune all of that. I went in, took a look, did some tuning, and you can tune these all aluminum, threaded body, shocks. They got plastic, cap ends, no headlights, no tail lights. But now that I have these bumpers, that's gonna change. This is a 3-channel servo. That 4th channel is a bind channel. Usually you plug something in and it will unbind your radio and you will not be able to drive it. So don't plug anything here. So for that reason, I had to put a splitter on here. So it's just something I wanted to do, because if I do upgrade to a bigger motor, go ahead on and get a true 540 can. This is not a true 540 can. This is 540 fins, but it's on a 380 motor. But this motor's pretty strong. I mean, it's really, from what I've seen, I'm going by what I've seen, when I've seen the videos, this thing really, really, really rips with this motor and ESC combination, 40 amp ESC. But you know what I'm gonna do. I've already thrown a couple of upgrades, but I'm trying to discipline myself and just drive it at least with the stock electronics to some extent. Yeah, I added the cooling fan to the motor, so that should help with some of the temps. You can't change the gearing, so it really don't matter. But when I get a bigger motor, I just feel like that's a safety feature that you want to have. Keep your electronics, they'll last longer if they're running cooler. So I just threw the fan on it. I had it, it's free. I did it. Not a whole lot else to say except, I want to talk about the transmitter. Well, it's the standard transmitter, for an HBX vehicle. It's got all the trims and reverse switches and all of that. It's got all those settings on there. You see, I haven't driven it because I still got this sticker on there. But it's got all the trims on there. Everything is pretty much the same for all HBX models so far that I've seen. And it does come with these these pads. Mine did. I don't know if anyone else's does or doesn't, but mine did. And I did change the shock oil in the shocks. I thickened it up a little bit because there's a little bounce. You know, when you first get it, it's got oil in it, but it's real thin, so you get some bounce. So I wanted to get rid of that. So mine hits like this now. It doesn't have that little jump. So I went with that move. I think it's maybe, I want to say like 30 weight oil. I put it in the front and the rear, and I'm just adjusting with these, the threads on the body. I'm just going to adjust it like that because I want it to be a little stiffer. Because I'm going to keep it a basher. I'm not going to really do speed runs with it or anything like that. Like I said, I did add some oil. It had oil in the disc when I looked in mine. Some people have said there's no oil in the disc. There's not a lot of oil, but mine had. There was oil in it. When I looked, there was oil in it. Well, grease anyway. In the front rear diff, there was grease. And it was something that looked like, I put 100,000 weight oil in my center diff. What I saw in there looked a little thicker, and it wasn't quite full. So I went ahead on and added some 100,000 weight and filled it up. And I'm hoping that works well, you know. But we're gonna see what happens. Like I said, I'm gonna run it on these 3S batteries, no 2S for this vehicle, because it's just not gonna be satisfying to me. That's the bottom line. Sway bars doesn't come with this. I wish it did, but it doesn't. But what do you expect? This is well under $200. Well, when I caught it on Amazon Dollar Deal Days, or whatever that sale is, they really had the price slammed down. It was under 170 bucks. It was a good deal. Because normally this thing runs for like $199. So I got it for that. Figured I'd pull the trigger, touch up some things, and see what we got. So that's all I'm gonna say about this. Gonna get this thing out here and run it. See how my little tuning worked out. Hopefully you guys enjoy the video. See you in a minute. All right, guys, I was gonna try to get up there to the spot and run it. When I got up there, it was massively crowded. Couldn't get on the field. So I had to come back home, run in front of the house. So we're gonna strap the GPS on, just so you know it's tracking. I walk about 2.8 miles an hour. As you see, it jumped up to 3.6. Quick jog. So we know it's tracking. So we're gonna strap it on the car, and we're gonna get speed just kind of while we're running around. We're gonna not spend too much time out here because I really don't have a lot of time today. I'm just trying to fit this in, man, because I want to get this video up and out to you guys. I got a lot of stuff coming up, a lot of packages in the mail, things to talk about, things to show you guys. And I think it's really cool. And I want to make sure I get a chance to do it. So I'm gonna reach in here, find the power button. Turn my transmitter first. Find the power button in here. As you can see, she's on. I'm running it on 3S. I'm not gonna worry about 2S, because why should I? I think she's tracking good. Pretty good speed on 3S. I like these tires on here. They don't allow. I can't wheelie, but I don't really mind that. I didn't expect to be, I didn't really want it to be a wheelie machine. Very nice. So I guess today we just gonna call it a speed test on 3S. Like I said, I did go in and do the diffs. It's the tires, that's that bouncing sound. Cause it's trying to wheelie. Cause the diff is fairly tight. Like I said, I put 100,000 weight oil in the center diff. No earplugs or none of that kind of thing. No, she ain't gonna wheelie with these tires. Whoa. She tracks fairly good, guys. It's not a whole lot pull on it. Like I said, I got some stuff coming up, guys. That's definitely max speed. I finally gave in, and I'll give you some hints. I finally gave in about my controller situation. I ain't gonna tell you what control I got, but I'm gonna make some changes. I enjoy Traxxas controllers, but let's just be real. It's a little expensive to make the Traxxas controller function like some of the high-end controllers, and I really don't need that, but I wouldn't mind a little more functionality, a little bit more ability, a little bit easier tunability, not to mention a lot of these cars don't have room for that Traxxas receiver. That was really the choice, the real thing that made me change up. A couple of curb hops. Sure this thing is fine. Land on your feet. Nope. That thing's on tight. This thing's plenty tough. I ain't worried about it breaking out here. Making sure that truck not coming this way. I mean, the little motor that's in it is plenty powerful enough. Like I said, it's only a 380 size can. 3,900 kV. Maybe I go this way, like I was doing with the Russell. The lip of the grass is too high. It's catching the front end. This is why guys are putting bigger tires on. I had some bigger tire plans. I just was waiting to see if I really needed to implement them. Looks like I'm gonna have to. Trying to keep this thing as inexpensive as far as that stuff goes as possible. It's possible, guys. I don't want to have to make this thing a super high cost RC. Oh, if I could jump it, I wouldn't be flipping. See if I can get enough momentum to make it over. I want to make it over. There we go. Get that momentum and just fly over all that. Now watch for the cars. Do not want to wind up an RC pancake. Really? Stranger things, right? I like this though. I ain't gonna spend too much time out here with it though. Like I said, I'm just trying to rake it in, see how my little free modifications went. get a max speed out of the box. You can't change the gearing on this thing. The only thing you can really do is change the motor. There's not really a lot of excessive stuff that you can do with this RC. Well, unless you're doing a lot of modifications like Brian's RC stuff and some other guys I've been checking out on YouTube. You know, I'm gonna do a few things. You know, I put that cooling fan on it to keep the motor cooler so I could just really beat on this thing and just not care. I'll probably upgrade the motor. First, I have to buy myself some extra gears because this thing will eat the gears. Uh-oh, about to lose my, guess it's time to check the max speed, right? Since I'm about to lose the thing anyway. Let's take a look and see what we got for a max speed. 41.6. All the ripping and running I've been doing. This is my max speed on this thing, guys. 41.6. Let's figure out, see where I got to. So, I'm probably gonna call that it. Yeah, I think so. I'm gonna call that it for this run today. As far as videoing and everything goes, because the cars are out and I'm just in front of the house, so you know, how much running can you really do in front of the house? It's fun for me to do, but I don't know how much fun it is for you guys to watch. Got that max speed, tested out my upgrades, and I'm quite happy with how things are working, how things are going. Yeah, I'm gonna add it. I ordered another light kit for this thing, so I'm gonna put the headlights in the grill, or should I say the bumper, because you know it's got the spots on this car. If you're familiar with it, it's got spots on it. MJX, all of their cars usually come with headlights in the bumper, so it's made to be able to do that. Some of these parts are the same as the, what is it, the 2995, I think that's what it's called. This shares parts with that and a couple of other MJX models, the 90, like I said, the 902 and the 902A, I believe that's what they're called. But when you see this again, it's gonna be a little different. We're gonna take it to a different area and do some different things. I kinda like how it's handling now though. I'm gonna be honest with you. I kind of like it now, but you know how we do. We're not gonna just settle for the way it is out of the box. I couldn't even bring it out here without doing some things to it to make it better. Like I said, I put some work in on the suspension, put some thicker shock oil in, made sure my discs were full, stuff like that. I mean, it came with some oil in it, but you know, since I was in there, why not, right? So yeah, that's it for this run of the HBX 2997A stadium truck. 4-wheel drive, doesn't come with the wheelie bar. Gonna have to get a wheelie bar for a different HBX model and mod it to fit this. Something I had to do that I can't remember his handle. I'm trying to remember. It's 110 scale RC repair and something else. I can't remember. Sorry, but I know Brian's RC stuff. He did a wheelie bar, and you can check them two guys out. And they've done the most with this car. They've done the most with this car of anybody else I've seen. So if you really want information, really look at Brian's RC stuff. I would say that would be the guy to really check in with. And find out some things. Because the other guy I mentioned, he talks about doing the things, but he doesn't really show you how he did it. So, you know, we like to know, how did you do it? So we can do it. That's what it is, making the hobby better for everybody, not just showing. I'm not gonna hate on nobody. I don't wanna go too far with that, but yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Sorry I got a little rambleitis, but y'all know my motto: if you ain't crashing, you ain't bashing. Don't forget to like and subscribe, share the content, help build a hobby. TKS Hobby saying, be safe, be blessed. Peace.